GM guys, so welcome back to our channel. Now today I want to talk about OFP, their rules and everything. So I believe that if you've done some research regarding this firm, you notice some complaints. People have been complaining bitterly about them denying payouts. All right. So what I'm actually creating won't, I'm not saying that this will make them not to deny your payouts, but at least this could like so that you know where you're standing from. I'm trying to give you some lay down methods that I used. Then I've gotten a payout with them. So and this is the pattern that I'm actually going to use continually, at least till maybe I get fed up or I don't know. So number one is what you have to know is that when you get an account with them, you want to create that account, at least open up a trade with the lowest lot size. Even though you don't have a setup, just to avoid getting your account closed due to no trading inactivity for 28 days, right? So this is it. Just make sure your account is not uh just make sure your account do not stay inactive. At least do something about it. Yeah. And then when it comes to IP address on their website, it says that you're free to travel and access your OFP Fundings account from different locations worldwide. But the thing is, when you ask the chat and their Discord, you are only allowed minimum of 3 devices, right? And these devices tends to it relates to IP addresses because devices comes with different IP address. So you might have different IP address and locations, and then maybe get your account suspended or your payout denied, right? Because all of these things you don't get informed earlier that you are violating any rules. Everything tends to come afterwards. Obviously, probably when you request a payout, and then everything with them come pops out and be like, you violated these rules and all that. So I advise if you're trading with them, capping your device into two, maybe a laptop and a phone. That's the procedure or the method I'm using. Just your laptop, one laptop and one phone. You don't want to switch your logins, send your logins out and all that. So then when it comes to the refunds, so a trader are entitled to request a refund within 14 days, right? This happens if you've not placed any trades there, right? You can, as long as you've not placed trade, you can do it, right? But if you've placed a trade, they won't give you a refund. Right? I've seen someone that requested for a refund, but they didn't, given that they say that the person has already placed a trade there. So a lot of things that actually occurs are not written on the website. That's why you don't follow the website thoroughly. You have to before, if you want to do anything that you've done to on other prop firms, you have to ask them first before doing that thing. This is very important. You have to ask them first before doing this, because when it comes to them, it's not even about your it's not even about drawdown and all that. It boils down deeper, right? It boils down deeper. So deposit methods and withdrawal methods. I don't think this is actually something I need to explain. You have to work that by yourself. Then when it comes to account margin, the total the total manageable accounts are capped at 3K, $300K after merging. Account merging is not supported. It's not supported at OFP. So you can't merge your account at that. So now when it comes to gambling behaviors or prohibited trading strategy, number one is that new strategy is not allowed. It's, it's, is highly prohibited, right? You don't want to open a trade. You're not allowed to open a trade 2 minutes before or 2 minutes after the news release of high impact news. So you don't want to do that. A total of 4 minutes window. So you just have to avoid trading news when you are using their firm. When you are trading them, you don't trade on high impact news days, right? Or you don't open, they are using this, I think it's called investment.com. So you know that investment.com tends to have a lot of a lot of high impact news. Those 3 stars news, unlike the other factory calendar, factory unlike factory.com, sorry. So factory.com may have a high impact news of one, economic calendar of investment.com. We have maybe like 8, right? This 8 high impact might not be high volatile, that kind of a thing, but this way is it will now be counted for you, right? So in summary, you just have to avoid trading on news days. Just do that. So the consequences is that violation will result to denial of payouts, right? Trading may continue after in accordance with all the rules. Now, another prohibited trading strategy is practicing hedging or matching gap across multiple accounts, including accounts owned by the same trader, is strictly prohibited. Now, you don't want to open a buy and sell order at the same time. This is number one, buy and sell order. If you do that, even though you open the buy and then accidentally open the sell, I think they are going to deny your payout, right? So you just have to avoid that. And then when you open a trade, then that trade is in a losing trade. Let's say you open with 0.1, and then given that you couldn't calculate the lot size properly, the contract size properly, so then you open with 0.1, and then that trade was in a losing trade, was losing. Maybe you are down by minus 10 cents, and then you opened another trade with higher lot size. That's violation. That is not allowed, right? Because on their previous website, that was written on their previous website, but on this particular website, everything is tends to be hidden, right? There's a lot of hidden rules. There's a lot of hidden rules. So yeah, it's not actually allowed. So this arbitrage is not actually allowed. Exploiting price discrepancies between different brokers, platforms, liquidity, and all that. This is not allowed. This is not allowed, right? So once it's done, account closure ASAP. Then high frequency trade refers to trades at extremely high speed order to capitalize on minor price. This is when that stuff that people normally call stacking up entries. You keep tapping, maybe opening up to 10 to 20 buy orders. You are not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. And copy trading is not allowed. Copy trading refers to mirroring trade between accounts, whether internal or external, in a manner that circumvent risks, parameters, or creates artificial scaling. Okay, copy trading is not allowed. This includes copying trade across multiple accounts owned by same trader. Okay, you're not allowed to copy trades. You're not allowed to copy trades, guys. If you have up to 2 accounts, you're not allowed to trade the same trade, take the same trade on that same account. This is not allowed. So yeah, that's that. So once they notice it, is immediate account violation. And then use of bots are not allowed. You're not allowed to use bots. You're not allowed to consult from a forex guru, anything, you're not allowed to do that. Use of public, distributed or commercial available third-party expert advisors. It is not allowed. You're not allowed to use both to connect both to your account and then start trading it, right? So exploiting platform inefficiency and abusive practices. So any attempt, tick scalping, latency exploitation. This is when, for instance, um this occurs when some people tend to exploit gaps, right? You know that platform prices tends to vary. So when someone notices that there is a bug or there is a form whereby that there is a way that they can manipulate any latency in their pricing. So this is not allowed. This is called tick scalping. Tick scalping, number one, or gap exploitation. Everyone knows what is gap and how gapping works. So and toxic order flow, other things you just have to I'm not going to explain it further, but there are already as simple as it is. This is not allowed. Gap exploitations, everyone knows what is gap. Toxic order flow. Toxic order flow is when people tend to use seconds time frame, then they tend to like scalp on a huge volume, right? To capitalize everything there. So this is not actually allowed. So the best thing is one trade per day, one trade per day, and then don't risk more than don't risk even up to 1% of your account. You don't want to do that. Don't risk up to 1% of your account. Avoid that, right? And make sure you are trading one account. Even if you have more than one account, split it by um split it by tag them by pairs. Maybe you will be trading US debt on this account, then you will be trading gold on this account. Don't mirror trades. If you mirror trades, they will deny your payouts. And another thing is that you're not allowed to open more than two trades on the same asset class. You're not allowed to open more than two trades on the same asset class. So gambling, number one, when it comes to gambling, placing trade with excessive risk exposure resulting in unusual large losses relative to the account size on normal trading behavior. This includes but not limited to attempting to recover losses through impulsive or high risk trades. And this is when you normally trade with one lot, then you increase to 5 lots to capitalize, right? It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Then gambling through extended losing trade duration, holding losing positions for excessive long periods, particularly when done to avoid realizing a loss rather than as a part of a clearly defined trading strategy. So holding losing trades significantly longer than profitable trades without strategic justification. So your losing trade duration should not be more than your winning trade duration. This is what is simply entailed. So yeah, gambling through excessive leverage on position sizing, using excessive leverage or abnormal position sizing that concentrates a large portion of account risks into limited number of trades. Trading with leverage or lots exceeding 3.5, the trader most commonly used. So yeah, you're not allowed. Let's say you're using one lot size, then tax times one multiply one lot size by 3.5. Then this is the next thing you should be using, right? That one times 3.5, that should be 3.5, right? So you're not allowed to use 4 and all that. So that's basically it, right? That's basically it for the rules and what you're allowed to your daily limit or your daily loss. So this is what you're allowed to lose, and then what you want to lose depends entirely on you, as long as it's still capped with the platform's daily maximum loss, right? The maximum 1% rule, the 1% risk rule means that your floating profit and loss must not exceed 1% of the account size. If your floating P&L drops below 1%, the account will be closed. This is it as well. So this is the 1% rules that actually exist in the firm. So yeah. So what you want to do, you want to number one trade per day. Number one trade per day. Reduce your risks. Avoid news. One trade per day. Reduce your risks. Avoid news. Right? Don't mirror your trades across accounts. This is it. One trade per day. Avoid news. Don't risk more than 1% of your account. Don't mirror trades. So this is how you normally do it. Just do it like that, and then hopefully you get your payout. Stay paid, I guess.